Today we are heading up north as we are watching another 6th tier football club. Darlington FC were founded in 1883 when 7 representatives from several teams met in a grammar school and decided to form one club. They currently sit 11th in the table with nothing to play for. However, as we know, this is another stadium off the National League North list. And tonight they play Chorley, who do have something to play for, sitting 5th place and trying to cement their place in the playoffs. Darlington FC have been fan owned since 2012 and play at Blackwell Meadows, which have been their home since 2016, which was actually the first time they played back in Darlington for over 4 years. This all happened due to raising over £1 million by their supporter owners. There's a lot of history when it comes to Darlington FC, so I'm excited to get there and learn a bit more. We have made it, but my head is hurting when learning about this football club. We have a lot to discuss, so strap yourself in, leave a like on this video. This is going to be crazy. So first of all, we need to start here, Darlington Cricket Club. The reason why I've started at the cricket club is that actually next door to it, back in the day, 1883, Feethams, that was Darlington FC's first ever football stadium. It was really old school, really nice. If it was still here nowadays, it'll probably be one of the most and best old school stadiums there is in English football. And especially, as you guys know, I love my floodlights. Feethams was their home from 1883 to 2003. It's a long time. I really don't want to get into any trouble entering here, but as you can see in the distance, there's a housing estate. You probably know where I'm going to be going with this one because they demolished the stadium in 2006 and built a housing estate. It's just such a shame it's not there anymore. I'm trying to see if there's anything rememberable for Darlington Football Club here. Have they left a plaque? Have they left any signs? I don't really sense or see any. But they played in the heart of the town for so many years. And then in 2003, they moved away from Feethams to a new 25,000-seater stadium, which is a long way from the city. A long way. But we'll be there in a minute. And this is the football stadium which has ruined the football club. The Darlington Arena, a 25,000-seater stadium which cost them £18 million. That's quite a lot of money. They played in this stadium for 9 years, 2003 to 2012. But even when I look at it at first eye, it just looks completely soulless. £18 million for a 25,000-seater stadium, where they were only averaging about 2,000 fans before. I'm not a genius, but even I realise that building a 25,000-seater stadium for a team which averages about 2,000 does not make sense. The first match they played was against Kidderminster. They lost 2-0 and got 11,500 fans in this stadium. And if getting this stadium in the first place wasn't a bad sign, due to the significant costs of this football stadium, they were put into administration. Since being in administration, they were then fan-owned and moved 12 miles away to Bishop Auckland to play their games in ground shed, moving away from this massive stadium. They were at Bishop Auckland for 4 years, between the years 2012 and 2016, until they finally moved back into the town to where they're playing now. And then if you thought moving to all of these stadiums is bad enough, they've entered administration 3 times in 9 years. It's ridiculous. The first one being in 2003, struggling to finance and pay for this 25,000-seater stadium. I mean, that comes out of shock, doesn't it? The second one was in 2009, shortly after George Hooton became chairman. And 2012, again, lacking funds under the ownership of Raj Singh. But the rugby club who now own this stadium, I mean, it needs a bit of a clean. And it's funny I mention his name because he actually took over rivals Hartlepool in 2018 and only 2 weeks ago resigned from being chairman. I just can't put into words what these Darlington fans must have been feeling all of this time. It's actually really sad when you think about it, but I only knew about this today, researching about the football club, researching the history. Do many people actually know about this? Like, no, genuinely, or is it just my generation? I'm 23, by the way, so I wasn't too aware back then. From being in the 2nd division in 1925 and the EFL in 2004 to 2025 and today being in the 6th tier of English football. But the good news is, and the positive thing is, they've still got their football club, which is crazy with the amount of information I've given. Moving stadiums a lot of times, uncertainty with the ownership, administration 3 times in 9 years, it's mind-boggling. But surely moving from Feethams to the Darlington Arena, that was the start of their downfall. But if I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments, I'm really interested. And here we are at Blackwell Meadows, the rugby club. It is worth noting that Darlington Football Club do not own this, as you can probably tell from the sign, about a 25-minute walk from the centre. The 25,000-seater stadium was so pointless considering the population here is about 95,000. How can you be that stupid to build it, by the way? I still can't believe as a business perspective you think that's a good idea. I mean, Maybe it's just me. But let's see what Blackwell Meadows has in store for us. Moving here in 2016, so I suppose they've been here for about 9 years now. But just remember how and why they moved to this ground. The fans raising over £1 million to move here. Like everything here, main entrance, Darlington Rugby Club. Welcome to Blackwell Meadows, Darlington. Darlington Rugby FC, what's FC? I'm trying to know what RFC stands for, and it's really bad that I don't know. Because it's not a football club. It actually is Darlington Rugby Football Club as well. Maybe I was thick after all. Yeah, this makes sense. All I'm gonna say is I hope this club shop over here sells a pin badge. This nice pop-up club shop. Hiya.
Hello.
Do you have a pin badge at all?
Pin badges.
Ah, superb. I've just been inside the pop-up club shop and I've just been speaking to the people in there. They are absolutely lovely, die-hard Darlington fans who have saved the club, of course, been through the rough times. I'm just speaking to them about that and it was absolutely brilliant. You can own the club for £25 a year too, which is fantastic. I think there's 1,300 members. Honestly, speaking to them was just incredible and what non-league is all about. You've got free volunteers in there, you've got volunteers in here. It's one big community here helping the football club out in such a difficult time. And I've been here for such a short amount of time, but I've already learned so much. And here we are then, we have made it inside. And this is their home, not the 25,000 seater stadium, all right? Or the cricket club. This is their home. But obviously they want a home which they can permanently say is theirs. However, that will come after time, won't it? The pitch is a bit rough, but it's not like I'm going to complain because they share it with a rugby club. It's not going to be pristine, is it? It's quite a neat little place, this. I know it's not exactly a proper football stadium, right? But it's quite neat for what they need and it's a bit better than a 25,000 seater. And I know I keep mentioning it, but it's crazy how they even thought it was a good idea to build it in the first place. And I think that was the start of the downfall. One thing we all love too is a sunset on a Tuesday evening. Looking at this just reminds me of a cricket pavilion though. Maybe it's just me on that one. You know when you look at a pitch like this, a little bit rough, and you just immediately think that's a 0-0. That's my thinking. They've done really well on the terracing, like going from corner flag to corner flag, I like it. They've got a nice seating area on the long side, don't mind it. It's a bit of a distance from here to the pitch, but like I said, I'm not here to complain. We should also state too that the average home attendance is 1,417. So they've still got like a good core of fans who go to matches, even though it's at a rugby stadium. You gotta respect that. Tell you what too, it was only last Tuesday that I was actually watching Alfreton versus Darlington and I thought the away side Darlington were pretty poor that night and they're playing a Chorley side today who need to win quite simply, so tonight's game will be interesting. Right, I'm joining with the Darlington lads, right? What prediction today?
I think 2-0 Charlie.
Oh!
I think we're going to win 2-1. I think it'll be 2-1 to Charlie.
I'm going to say 2-0 to Charlie.
I reckon it's going to be a 1-0 win. Last minute winner, Jack Maskell.
I think it's going to be 2-1. I think Will Hatfield and Jack Maskell will score.
2-0. Matty Cornish, I think he'll get 2.
Like 700-0 Darlow.
Right, okay then.
2-1 Darlow.
I thought you were going to say 200 to 1 Darlow, but no, so 700-0.
Of course.
Is playoffs on or is it completely off now?
Nah, it's on. We just all cup finals from now on.
Yeah.
Go on, keep
I think win today on the weekend and everyone above us loses.
Have you got a tough run in to end the season or not?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, today is a tough one, isn't it? If you get past today though, you never know.
Yeah, I think if we win today and on the weekend, everyone above us loses 3 points away from the playoffs, and then I think it's back on.
It's possible, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's possible because if we win today, we'll be 5 points off.
So I'm with Luke, and I've just found out something. Obviously, they don't own this stadium, and all the profits, it doesn't go to the football club, does it?
No, nothing. We barely get anything. Beers and all that, we don't make any profit on that.
Absolutely nothing.
Nah, absolutely nothing. I mean, it's bare minimum.
So it all goes to the rugby club, is that right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard anyway. Play here, I think it's about 30 to 39,000 pounds a
And
year.
that's obviously raised by the fans, of course, fan-owned club.
Yeah, obviously the fans are brilliant. Obviously we make a lot of, we pump a lot of money in the club.
Yeah.
The fans are excellent.
3-1 Darlow.
2-1. 4-1 Darlow.
3-1 Charlie.
Whoa.
3-0 Charlie.
And here we go then on a Tuesday night, Darlington versus Chorley. And I've just had a look at their record. I saw that Chorley have beaten these like 8-0, 3-0, 3-0. There's been a lot of goals, but to Chorley's side. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's see how this one plans out then. If I was to give a prediction, 2-1 either way. Don't know what way.
I think we'll win 1-0.
1-0?
Really close game. I'm just feeling
And not 8-0.
Yeah, we don't speak like that.
Looking around the ground, you even look at the seating over here, you look at the terracing in here, it's a good little attendances. For a Tuesday night, you've got to respect it. And there we are then, we are underway. One thing I've got to state too is the football shirts. I saw them in a club shop before the game. The designs are incredible. And the fans choose 4 designs, the home away shirt, and then the fans obviously ultimately pick the one they want to choose for that season. It's brilliant. Hold on. Oh. If they scored that, it may have gone on to be 8-0. Crikey. That one was close. Corner ball by Chorley. Oh my word, it's absolutely fluffed on it. Chorley have definitely started better. Well, we have to say that the jinx is well and truly underway. Wow. What a strike that is. Who knows, the playoffs might be on, you know. Surely it's too late for them to get playoffs. But what a strike that was. What a hit, son. What a hit. That was a great strike. But here comes Chorley straight away. However, nothing came from it. Under the lights on a Tuesday night, what would you rate these floodlights?
What I will give credit to is the atmosphere so far is actually really good.
And after some tricky play down the wing, the ball was delivered in.
Yeah, it's a great goal.
And then what about the celebration? Yeah, I think that rattled a few people.
The assist was really good, found the space, whipped it on his right foot, and when Mary was a tall striker up top. Puts it over his head, it's a really good strong header into the corner, you can't save it.
And that is half time.
I can't say it's been a thriller.
Not much to get excited about, but at least it wasn't a 0-0.
Second half's on the way, and I just have a feeling that this is going in.
I was nearly right. I just felt like he was lining up really well for it. Off the post, still 1-1.
Could there be a chance?
In all honesty, this second half, not much has been going on whatsoever. I was told that where I was standing was called the Tin Shed, and it was great to see a lot of people on a Tuesday night supporting their local team in Darlington.
Hold on a minute. Oh,
I've got to say it again though, the atmosphere, don't get me wrong, it's not like Boca Juniors or anything, right? But it's been alright.
this number 10, by the way, is so fast, it's ridiculous. But his end product there was not great.
Oh my word. And that, this time round, was a good delivery. Oh, what's just gone on here? A proper rugby tackle was just up and down. I'm not even joking. Genuinely seemed like to me, you just grabbed him and just swung him around like a 180.
And after all that, I don't think it's going to be given anything.
What a weird situation that was. And let's just put it politely and say that the second half has not been good.
Can they? Oh,
Just sums up the second half.
hold on a minute.
Oh, it's well defended again. If Darlington want to get playoffs, drawing this does them no favours.
And I do say that very lightly, because even if they win, it's very unlikely.
But if they do actually go on to get playoffs, it's very unlikely. As we are approaching the 90th minute, it'll take something spectacular for someone to get the winner.
Oh, what a save that is, oh my word.
To pull that off in the 89th minute, incredible.
5 minutes added on here until the end of the game.
And it just seems to me like no one will go on to get this winner. And there's definitely not going to be a winner if we're seeing shots like this. Is that meant to be? That surely can't be a shot. It just looked like he was going to give away position, like it's nothing.
And that is full time, a 1-1 draw. That is that.
To be honest, it wasn't the best of games whatsoever, in all honesty. But that has been my time at Darlington. I think the attendance here today was about 1,100, and the average has been around 1,400, so I think that's good for a Tuesday night. But that has been us in the Tin Shed here, a stand which has actually been from the old ground. It's been placed here, literally. But the question from our time at Darlington is, how do we rank our experience? Well, let's find out. It was great to learn about Darlington, but let's start off off with the stadium. It's a ground share with the rugby club, but I've done well to add terracing and seating along the side. A little bit far away from the pitch, understandably, but it's a 3.7 for me. Atmosphere was great for a Tuesday night, so I'm going to be giving it a 7.4 out of 10. The floodlights were basic and standard, so a 3.4. And the cost was great, being £12 for entry, but I didn't fancy anything to eat, so I can't comment on that. But I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, which brings the total to 22.5 and puts Darlington in 11th place. Go and support Darlington if you're around the area, as they are a fan-owned club, and comment down below where you want to see me next.